I want to preface this video and start this video off by saying this is 100% speculation. This is a theory video, discussion video, whatever it may be. But we are going to look at the past events of Golden Week as step one. We're just going to look at the previous Golden Week units, and then we're going to jump into what I think is the best possibility, or, you know, if we can make sense of the past, this is the best prediction I have. Right? I mean, you already got a sneak peek in the thumbnail, right? But this was the previous Golden Week. It was the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and it was Int Majin Buu. We're not going over their kits or anything, but they did release April 26, 2024. Keep that date in mind. And it is, for the past 3 years, 4 years, really forever, it's been a dual Dokkan Fest. Now, typically, for these past 3 years, though, every time they drop the Golden Week units, they're like so good for the whole year. This Super Saiyan 3 Goku was good the entire 2024. I'd say as soon as Anniversary popped out, though, this guy, you're not really running him in the Anniversary content. But he had a very good lifespan of the year of 2024. And it just predates back to even 2023 when we had, you know, Tech World Tournament Goku and Int Piccolo, which we'll go over in a second. But these guys, they were major deals, right? Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he had the damage reduction. Of course, he lost it over time. He was a very phenomenal unit. He did lead Majin Buu Saga. And another thing about Golden Week, especially this year, when they dropped Golden Week, they just kept dropping Majin Buu Saga. Like, they didn't, like, 2024, Majin Buu Saga ate good. Like, let's look at the category real quick. So, yeah, Go Tanks. Easy A for Kid Buu. This Fat Buu, he was the dual Dokkanfest, right? He was Int Buu in Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. I mean, Gohan, we got, right? I mean, tons of Buu units, right? This was Anniversary content, though. This guy was Anniversary content, but these guys Easy Aid. This was a banner unit for this guy. The Easy A for Videl. I mean, these guys, look. 2024 was jam-packed. Super Easy A for Kid. 2024 was jam-packed when it came to Majin Buu Saga, right? And we could just keep going down, right? That's not even, like, the gist of it. We could just keep going. But I say all of this to say this. Whatever they drop for Golden Week, whatever it may be, keep in mind, 100%, I think the category that they drop for Golden Week, they will continue to drop for the rest of the year. Now, this was 2023. Yep, they dropped April 27th. Okay. And it was this guy and Int Piccolo. And what I have to say about these guys is that they were really effective for the entire year of 2023. And 2023 was a bad year for Dokkan when it came to units. Beast Gohan sort of changed all of that 2024. When the Anniversary dropped for 2024, they were on a real hot streak 2024. Very good year. But 2023 is probably going to be one of the most infamous, like, years ever, where each unit they were dropping was just so fucking horrible. Like, it was mind-blowing. Like, oh my god, why are they dropping L units back to back to back? It didn't matter if it was a super unit or an extreme unit. Didn't Trunks drop 2020? Trunks, oh my god, remember that Tech Trunks? He was so bad. I mean, if I just go through the years, I'll be here all day. But 2023 was just a very infamously bad year for Dokkan. But they hit Golden Week, right? We got a new World Tournament Piccolo. First of all, he's probably like the best unit for World Tournament still to this day. The active skill for that guy, very impactful. This guy was very impactful. He was an Earthbred Fighters lead, right? Where's his leader skill? I think I'm zoomed in a little. Yeah, like, why am I super zoomed in? Earthbred Fighters, right? Yeah, Earthbred Fighters, powerful comeback. And, you know, this was the start pretty much of the 200% meta 2023, right? So what I'm expecting is, of course, we're going to get, you know, 220% leads. You know, stats is going to be, the leader skills are going to definitely be upgraded. We can even take it a step further with this guy right here, Warriors Entrusted with Earth's Fate. This was the 2022 release of Golden Week, right? And then we'll hop into my predictions. But this guy, they just recently Easy Aid, right? These Golden Week characters have Easy Aid already. And they released 2022. So the Golden Week EZAs to look out for next year are, of course, going to be this guy, right? And we're going to receive an EZA for them, and they're probably going to be very good as an EZA because they've been hitting these EZAs off the mark. But this was a really, I feel like AGL Cell and STR Goku, it's weird because that was a period to where we were in a period of Dokkan that was very weird. If you look back, if you was in the moment, it wasn't that weird. But when they dropped, they weren't anything super spectacular or impressive. I would say people definitely favored this Goku and Gohan over AGL Cell. But I do think AGL Cell might have been better on release. I'm not really here to debate it. But, you know, just the team, the impact that Cell had for his team. And Android Cell Saga was doing really good that year. But, I mean, it wasn't like they were bad, but it wasn't like they were super top tier when they released, right? I don't really remember these guys, people just being like, oh, these units are so spectacular. It was only when we moved to 2023 and 2024 where Golden Week is like they just don't miss, right? So let's move on to my predictions and things first. If there was a unit you asked me, what do you want to see for Golden Week? I'm not saying this is the most possibility. This is actually, before I get into what I honestly think Golden Week is going to be, of course, I'm going to fanboy just a little bit. Let me dream, goddammit. But if you had to ask me what is #1 on the bucket list right now for Dokkan, we fucking need a God Vegeta. I'm sorry. We need one. I mean, I can hear people screaming LR Kid Boo. I can hear people screaming, no, we need this, we need that. No, guys, we need God Vegeta. Like, I don't even know why we don't have a good God Vegeta in the game at this point. I guess you could say the tech gods that just recently EZA'd for Anniversary, you could say they're good, but I mean, it's Goku and Vegeta, right? We need a standalone God Vegeta and Raffle Broly. I mean, I'm so down for that, bro. Like, I don't care if it's just Raffle Broly. I don't care if it's like base Broly that goes into like the Ozaru state type of Broly. I don't care if it's, okay, it's the Ozaru Broly who transforms into like Super Saiyan Broly with his gi still on. I don't care what version of it is. I am down 100% with that. A God Vegeta Dokkan. I don't even, look, he could even be in like a reversible exchange unit to where it's like, okay, first is God Vegeta. Then it's God Goku. And then you have the fusion. I wouldn't even mind that. I don't care. Just give us God Vegeta. That's all I want. That's all I care about. Give us God Vegeta, Dokkan. We need it now. Okay? Now, do I think this is likely? I'd say the odds is like maybe 5%. Like, if I'm being honest, like, I don't know if they're willing to do like a movie celebration for Golden Week. If we look at the history of Golden Week, I mean, obviously, they're doing main sagas, right? Majin Buu Saga was one. The 21st, I don't remember which world tournament it was, but, you know, the Goku and Piccolo, that was major. And then, you know, Cell versus Goku and Gohan. I mean, that's major, right? So I don't know if they would do movies. This is why this is, like, more of a want, more than what I necessarily think is what's going to drop. But I think the community would back me that this is definitely something that would be deserving of Golden Week, right? You know, just a God Vegeta, you know, a T-War. It doesn't have to be anything major. Just a very good God Vegeta, a very good Raffle Broly, just a top-tier units, and we'd be happy. But let's move on to something more realistic. Well, I think the rumors and the buzz is hype, but I don't think it's just nonsense. I think there's actually, you know, ground for this character to finally come in the game. Now, here's a more realistic scenario, right? They're coming off of like tournament participants' fever, right? They have covered literally everything. They have, with the Anniversary, they covered everything, right? But if you look at it, Dragon Ball has been covered so far, right? After Anniversary, they covered Dragon Ball with Kid Goku. They give us more Kid Goku. They've done Daima already. Okay, they just dropped Cell. Tournament participants, they just dropped Pikkon. If we look at what's most likely, we just came from Majin Buu Saga. So let's just rule Majin Buu Saga out, because that's why I was going deep into explanation. 2024 was a deep Majin Buu Saga bag, right? So what does that leave us with? Planet Namek Saga, right? And if not Planet Namek Saga, it would be super related, right? That's why I did say God Vegeta maybe could happen in Raffle Broly, because that's some of the content that they have not covered, right? But also, Tournament of Power is something they have not touched since, what was it, Topo? Jiren, AGO Jiren. It was AGO Jiren, it was Topo, and before Topo, who was it? Was it Tech UI? Yeah. This is a nice segue for Tournament of Power. I'm not gonna lie. And out of every character, Super Saiyan 2 KEFLA probably got the most swag. I'm not gonna lie. And if it's not KEFLA, it would be Hit. Now, the reason why I'm saying KEFLA is because, first of all, she's Universe 6. She's a Saiyan, right? She's a fusion. We're coming off an anniversary. It would make the most sense. Now, I know a lot of people will want Hit. Would I want Hit as well? Hell yes. But it would be a dual DOKKANFEST. So who else would come out with KEFLA? Of course, it would be a new UI. Now, they have so many mechanics that they could do whatever they want. I guess reversible exchange so far has mainly just been LRs, but we'll see what they'll do. But Tech UI has already faded. Let's just keep this shit a beam. I don't think they would drop a mastered UI. No, I don't really think so. But who else would they drop? Would they drop like a blue Goku who goes Tech or UI? I mean, it's possible. But it just makes the most sense to me. Tournament of Power. It just makes the most sense. I just can't see Majin Buu Saga. I can't see them doing Dragon Ball Saga. I can't see them doing Planet Namek Saga. I'm actually thinking Planet Namek Saga is something they're probably going to do for Worldwide finally. Because Planet Namek Saga, if they were to do this for Golden Week, honestly, it could be good for the game. I guess we could pull up. Let's pull up one more picture real quick. Now, the Emperor is the Emperor. Planet Namek Saga might be for Golden Week. Because now that I'm really thinking about it, when's the last time they've dropped Planet Namek Saga? Actually, it was AGL Vegeta. And the Easy Ace for Full Power Frieza and Planet Namek Goku. But, hear me out though. This could be a great segue in a great year if they lead with like a, what do we call this? A base form Frieza? I mean, because it's not first form. This is technically his original form, right? And on the left, I know I'm showing Black Frieza in third form as well, but this is just really just some cool art I saw of Black Frieza and the goats. But maybe they'll segue into maybe like a base form, a base Goku and a base Frieza, base form Frieza. And, they maybe, could do full power. They could transform to full power. Namek Goku can go Super Saiyan and they could be TURs and they could start the ushering in of better Planet Namek Saga units, right? Because if you really look at Planet Namek Saga as a whole, it is just down. It's diabolical how Planet Namek Saga it looks right now. It's just tomfoolery. It's so bad, Planet Namek Saga. So I guess this is probably another very good option. I would actually probably prefer this more than Tournament of Power, but realistically with all the tournament participants and it seems as if they're going to keep going with the theme, I'm just saying Tournament of Power really has a real good chance of coming, right? Like I'd say a strong 70% chance Golden Week is some type of Tournament of Power theme. I'd say I would love to be wrong. Don't think I'm saying this wanting to be right. I would love to be wrong. So I don't even really care if you're commenting, no, this is horrible. No, it doesn't make sense. Good. I don't want it to even be Tournament of Power, but to me, it just makes the most logical sense. I would much prefer Frieza. I would much prefer God Vegeta or Raffle Broly or any. I don't really care because they've dropped so many Brolys, especially last year, that I really just don't care what variant of Broly. It could literally just be base form Raffle Broly and I'll be fine with it. Like I just Broly love. We're always gonna get more Brolys. Broly is just we're always gonna get more Broly. So it doesn't matter what form of Broly they give us. I don't care as long as God Vegeta is a main aspect. That would be the biggest W. But other than that, what do you guys think about this? I do really believe it's a strong chance of being Tournament of Power. But let me know your guys' theories. I would love to just read the comments and see what you guys are thinking is coming for Golden Week. But, you know, Golden Week is literally almost a week away. And it's like, all right, gear in, because these are going to be good units. I can tell you that these are going to be very, very, very good units indeed. So just let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.